Hi guys, it's Chantel here. How are you going? I am all back. I'm just going to move some screens around here. Sorry, I'm not quite ready. I have struggled to get back into the swing of things because, you know, traveling. Sorry, I put my phone down. So, I had a fantastic trip away and I got to meet some of you guys and it was wonderful. And I know I was going to do like some more knitting, but I really need to get some more small blinglets made to get ready to go out in the new kits. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. Good morning to everybody. Hi Kim, how are you? We've got some prizes today. As usual, because we always have prizes for the live chatters. Today's prizes will include these Chow bamboo needles and did you mute everything? Oh yes, I did. For a second there I thought I was muted. I'm not muted, right? You can hear me? Everything here says you can hear me, so you'll have to tell me if you can. I think, yeah, I've muted my phone. Oh, hang on, have I muted the computer? I don't know. Let's have a look here. Hang on a second. Yeah, computer's muted now. It wasn't before. Whoops. Let me put the chat box back up. Hey, Nerdy Stitcher, how's it going? Okay, so today's prizes are needles and blinglets. There we go, blinglets. That's probably not the... Let's see. I'm actually making more of this exact colour, so I know you can't see it very well because I've got the white balance off the chart. But there you go. That's what makes one of those and one of those plus some cool cement makes some of these. Yay! So that's one prize, and then the other prize is some of this delicious silver grey triangulum, which is 50% superwash merino and 50% tencel. There's 800 meters in here, guys. That's a total. That's a shawl. Sorry, Kim. Sorry. Is that the fuchsia? No, this is the cerise. The fuchsia's a bit pinkier. This is a bit, I don't know, this is more like a toned down red, I would say. Yeah, so that's what that one is. Vidcon was, you feel like you need more blinglets and a notions case. Well, the notions cases are great and the blinglets are great, so I totally don't blame you at all. My brain is still completely melted after Vidcon. I had a crazy time. I had to leave here at stupid o'clock in the morning. I had to be up at 3:30 to be at the airport by 4 for a 5:55 flight because of all the, you know, security things that have been going on. And it really it very much made that last night's sleep at home very difficult. And I just, it was very difficult to just get up. But because I was so excited, I think I woke up at about 1 a.m. and just struggled to get back to sleep, and then it was a bit sluggish to get going. But I made it to my flight on time. I was really lucky, and Virgin Australia had sent me out one of those bid me kinds of flight. There's this thing that if you book a flight with them, sometimes you get sent an email and it might be an option to upgrade to like economy X or economy plus or whatever the hell that economy with the extra legroom is, or you can upgrade to business class. And I thought, yeah, I'll see if I can upgrade to because the one I got sent was for business class, so I thought, I'll see. So I've like chosen the cheapest options to upgrade to business class, and I thought if I can upgrade that first flight to business class, even if it costs a bit, you know, a bit more money, like it wasn't heaps more, but it was a bit more, and because it's like a bidding thing, so if someone had a bid higher than me, I just wouldn't have gotten it. And so I thought I'll give it a try, and I got it. So that made the world of difference because it meant that I didn't have to go through all the cattle grid to check in. I could go straight to priority booking or priority check-in, and then I could go through priority security as well. And so that just meant that I had so much more time to not stress about catching the flight, because I'm not actually afraid of flying. I'm afraid of missing the plane. And so I really freak out and panic until I am sitting at that gate. Or in this case, I got to sit in the lounge and have a coffee. I think my only negative thing that I would say about that trip out was that we all had to be there, like everyone had to be there 2 hours before the flight because of this new security rubbish that's going on. Well, it's not rubbish, but you know what I mean. This new security stuff that's going on due to that terror threat that there was in Sydney. But the Virgin Lounge was not open until, it would have been easily 5:20. So I basically had time to drink very quickly a cup of coffee and then go and get on the flight. So, or at least in the lounge. So, and because at Brisbane Airport, nothing is open. You're sort of sitting in this really dark, sort of not well lit, because none of the shops are open with their extra lights on. So, yeah, I know Kim saying that, you know, if you have to be there 2 hours before, there's no chance of missing the flight. But logic plays no part in this level of anxiety that I get over this thing. It's just, it's stupid. And like the thing is, I've actually never missed a flight, so it's not like it's happened. But I really don't, I don't know I can't explain it, but I have to be at the airport ready to get on the plane at the right time, and then I can relax. And it's not actually until I'm sitting on the plane with my seatbelt done up that I'm like, right, they can't leave without me now. So, you know, it's, I don't know it's stupid. But anyway, so that thing with the lounge was probably my only gripe about the flight out. The staff on that flight were hilarious. So yeah, the staff on the flight were absolutely hilarious. Just to let you know, so I learned some cool stuff at Vidcon, and I was able to get access to some extra little bits and pieces for moderating. So if a message that you put in doesn't appear straight away, it's just waiting for me to moderate it, and it's just generally due to language, because while you girls are really, well, girls and guys, while you lot are really good, there's some naughty people that do jump in every now and again on other people's chats that just write horrible things, and it's there, you know, especially when it's coming up on screen, it's there for a permanent record. So I will just, you know, if it's something normal, I'm just like, absolutely. But if it's a random that's writing just cuss words, I'm just going to moderate them out. Anyway, drink. Okay, so I landed, caught the sky bus. Yeah, well, yeah, you girls were naughty with the boobies, but that's okay. That's not like, I'm talking horrifying stuff, not just cheeky stuff. But yeah, so the flight in was great. The breakfast that they served was amazing. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, go and follow @Fiberific on Instagram, because I posted photos of my breakfast on the plane because it was so delicious, and the staff were phenomenal, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful situation. I just loved it. I especially love it because I don't like being touched, and so when you're in business class, it's like you've got like a little moat around you. No one can touch you. So I really like that. And so, yeah, so then I landed and caught the sky bus, had a really nice chat to a guy who was sneaking into Australia to surprise a mate for his 30th birthday. He'd been invited and said, no, I can't make it. And then was flying in that, he flew in at the same sort of time as I did, and he had to hide for 2 days to turn up at this party unexpected. Was it because you're business class, or is that the regular breakfast menu? Oh, Kim, I'm sorry, that is a business class breakfast. I believe that the rest of them would have gotten a 1-inch Carmen's muesli bar. There's not a lot given to those who are not on business class, I'm afraid. And it's only like a 2-hour flight, so it's not like you really need it, but I really appreciated it, especially at that time, because I can't eat when I wake up. But anyway, so I spoke to this guy. That was hilarious. I really hope that went really well for him, because that just sounded like so much fun. He was just going to rock up and go, hi. And I was like, you were invited, right? They're not going to be like, what are you doing here? So yeah, it was that was fun. Then I had to buy my first ever Mikey card. So I don't even own a Go card for Brisbane, let alone for another state. So I had to buy a Mikey card so that I could get out to Emma's house for her, well, out to the train station near Emma's house, because she's picking me up. And then, so I bought a Mikey card, had to learn how to use one. I felt like 4 years old. And then, so went and did, you know, got all that sorted. I'll tell you something right now. If Queensland Public Transport needs to learn some stuff from Melbourne Public Transport, I'm not kidding. I put $20 on that card, and I travelled 3 train rides that were like 45 minutes long each, also a tram ride, and I still had like $7 left on this card. Like, it is crazy. Like, you can't get in and out of the city on the weekend for under, what, $15 or something. Anyway, you needed more coaching for the next day. I did need more coaching the next day for the Mikey, because I was so stressed out there wasn't going to be any money left on it. And so I found a thing. I found a thing where you can put your card on it and work out how much money's left. And I kept looking at it like going, but anyway, so it was a bit crazy learning the whole Mikey card thing. So Thursday I hung out with Emma, and then Friday I came into Melbourne, and I was able to check in early to my my accommodation in Melbourne. And then I came up to, what was the name of that place again? That the Paper Shop Deli, the Paper Shop Cafe, Old Paper Shop Cafe, I don't know. And I met Marion. Good morning, Marion. You've popped in at the best time. I met Marion, and also and chatted again with the Gamer Widows, who I've met once before, and it was fantastic. And Marion gave me this like little bag of goodies and all sorts of things. I just want to tell you, Marion, Abby has just taken the lot. She's just like, she's keeping the bag, she's got her chocolate, she's also kept the cup. So this morning she had her morning hot chocolate in that cup. She loves the face. It's so cute. And so she's fully stolen it. I may have eaten most of the chocolate already. So you ate a cow. I did eat a cow. That's right. We had, oh my God, lunch at this place. I had these rib things. I'm not normally a ribs person, but I knew this ribs could be eaten with a knife and fork because it was half a cow, honestly, or at least it felt like it. It's delicious, and I'm so glad I did, because I didn't end up having tea until like, I don't know, what time would it have been, like 9 o'clock or something. And so yeah, it was a bit crazy, but after I met up with you guys and had like, that was so much fun, just relaxing, because I was so stressed out about the whole VidCon thing, and I was so nervous that I was going to end up on wrong trams. And yeah, and I love the app that they have for Melbourne Public Transport as well, like with the trip planner that tells you what tram number to get on. Anyway, I love the whole lot. Queensland could seriously learn some stuff. And then, oh my gosh, I'm not even doing any work because I'm just so excited. Sorry, guys. So then I went through and I actually walked back rather than catch the tram again. Basically because I was terrified there wasn't enough money on the tram card, but also I figured I'm not going to get much opportunity to sort of look around, because I knew that there, like, I had panels and things that I wanted to do once I got once VidCon started, and so I knew I wasn't going to get much time for sort of touristing. So I walked back down to my hotel from there, and on the way in I stopped and grabbed my VidCon pass and everything like that, which is totally cool. And that I had a lot of fun. It was an amazing weekend. So then that Friday afternoon, I got back to my hotel at about sort of 2, I might do some work now, about 2 o'clock, and Emma met me there, and we hung out and we went on a big walking tour. Good morning, Tammy. We went on a big walking tour of sort of as South, is it South Bank or Docklands, or I don't know what anything's called down there. I just walked around. But the long and the short of it is, I ended up busting my knee. Well, I didn't bust it. I made it angry because I basically walked about 40 kilometers over sort of the 5 days, where one of those days was slobbing on a couch knitting. So really over 4 days, which, you know, it doesn't sound a lot walking 10 kilometers a day, but when you're me and I work at home and basically I drive everywhere because Queensland public transport's crap. And then I basically got home and just had to, I've been having a heat pack and do all sorts of stuff. It's feeling a bit better today. Yesterday was very bad. It was a very bad day on it yesterday. So last night I was like on, you know, pain relief and heat packs and all sorts of stuff for this stupid knee. It really bothers me. So I've got an appointment to go and get it checked again. Oops, I've just realised I'm completely out of shot with these. Hang on. It's because I've got to rearrange some stuff. I didn't plan this very well. There we go. I might bring that back, tilt it up, see if it has. We'll see how this is going. Okay, so, oh, nope, still out of shot. It's because I need to get this particular angle to get them open. No, still out. Well, you guys, I can't do anything about it because you're singing my song about walking. It took me a couple of days to get over walking from Thursday and Friday. Oh, it's just ridiculous, wasn't it? So I think, according to my phone app, on Thursday I walked, no, not Thursday, on Friday I walked something like 11.9 kilometers, which I felt great on Friday. By Friday night my knee was just a bit like, hey, just go easy on the slippy wet bits. But, you know, it was fine. But then by Sunday night, it was not good. I'm just going to see if I can get this up any higher because reasons. Hang on. Woo! Hang on. I got to grab a box. And I can see a box, but can't quite reach it. And it might just make the difference that I don't have to keep worrying that you guys can't see what I'm doing. Alright, hang on a second. So, we don't need to see the secret way of you making your blinglets. It's alright. There we go. Oh, look, we might turn the box around so its little flappy bit isn't blocking the view. It's kind of like the point, though, isn't it? That you're checking out what I'm working on. How's this? It's not the right angle, but, you know. Oh, hello. Just falling downness. It's all the fail this morning here, isn't it? Okay. Let's pull these forward a bit. Yeah, so I'm nearly ready to be... Have you been to the doctor about your knee? No, but I have an appointment for Saturday to get a referral to a surgeon. So that'll be fun. Exciting. Because that's what I really want to be doing. Because that's the thing, like if I do get surgery, right, it's a big if I do go and get the surgery on my knee, which I'm really hoping they just go, now do these other things. And I go, woohoo, no surgery, yay. But it basically means I'm going to be out of action for something like 6 or 8 weeks. And that's like, I'm not sure if any of you have had anything happen to your knee before, but I mean, this knee has been partially reconstructed about 20 odd years ago. They don't like to do reconstructions and things on young people because they don't last. Whereas when they do them on older people, they tend to, you know, last a lifetime. So and they say it only lasts about 10 to 15 years on the one that I had done. And it's been running now for, I don't know, like 15 or 17 years. So, you know, when you realise that you work, oh, well, I only had that done when I was, 20 or 22. And then you realise, yeah, well, honey, that was 18 years ago. So, it's lasted longer than they said it would. And you kind of got to suck it up that it's time. But it was not a fun time. I'm just hoping things have changed a bit in the last 20 years in relation to knee things because I'm a sook. My elbow was patched, have to wait another 15 years at least to have it replaced. Yeah, well, I sort of had, mine wasn't so much patched, I'm not going to go into any details, but it was like a partial that they did. See, look at this, I've still pulled it out of shot. It's one of those catch-22s, you won't be able to do anything for 6 weeks, but once you're recovered, think how much you'll be able to do. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the camera over. It's because I've made it front heavy. There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, that's right. It is a catch-22, but the problem is I have to drive for school runs and things like that for Abby, and I don't know how that's going to go. Like, it's my left knee and we have an automatic, so technically speaking, it's not in the car, but I think there's all sorts of, like, legalities and things, so I have to find out the rest of it. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of the knee talk. The knee's starting to hurt just because I'm talking about it. It doesn't, you know when your ears burn? Well, my knee's burning. So, Vidcon. Seriously, so much fun. I met so many cool people, and like, I don't know, like, you guys know what I'm like. I'm like, don't like the whole, you know, I'm just new. Well, it's not that I don't like it, but I'm totally just a new person, and, you know, I don't really, you know, I don't feel like I know a lot and stuff like that. But it was so, no one cared. No one was like, oh my God, you know, no one was judging people based on their subscriber counts and all that sort of stuff, or how long they've been doing it for. Everyone was just there to have a good time. And I just thought it was just brilliant. And I got to see some fantastic panels, some great stuff that actual YouTube staff put on. And I especially like those ones. I think there could have been some more panels for the Creator Pass people that are a bit more statistics and analytics involved. But, you know, the people that sort of were in Australia to do those only really did them for people on the industry passes. And so I just was a bit, you know, I was a bit disappointed with that. But aside from that, I actually had a really good time just meeting people. I made some friends. I got YouTube friends now, you guys. Isn't that scary? YouTube friends. Oh yeah, coffee. I've got a coffee here. This morning I felt like coffee, right? And I even went to the extent to froth the milk rather than just doing a long black and just plopping a splosh of cold milk on the top. I actually went, did the with the milk thing, because I don't have an automatic milk thing on my coffee machine. Everything else is automatic, just not the milk. And so I don't normally worry about it, but today I just really felt like one. Probably from hanging out in Melbourne, drinking so many milky coffees while I was down there. But I had the best time. And then I flew home. Oh, no, before I flew home, on Monday, because I stayed Monday as well, and I had like a dumb o'clock late flight home Monday night. And I ended up, I went to Sunspun. Have any of you guys heard of Sunspun? I'd never been before, but Emma was like, hey, let's go to Sunspun. So I was like, righto. Oh, Kim, I just read your message about putting, and forgot to put a pot in. At the convention center, we had these creator lounges where the people on creator passes could just go and sort of relax. They were a bit like, how do I put it? Lame. Compared to what some of the industry lounges look like. They were sponsored by businesses like Instagram and Facebook. So they had like all this amazing stuff. Whereas I don't know if ours was sponsored by anyone other than a couch. So we had these, excuse me, we had this coffee machine in there. Like coffee was available, coffee and tea were available, but not water, funnily enough. Not cold water, I should say. But yeah, coffee and tea were available, and it was a different coffee machine that I was used to, and it took pods, and I didn't know to put a pod in. So in front of all these people that I didn't know, I made an unpotted coffee. So that was terrifyingly embarrassing. But you know, I think that was the worst thing that happened, I think, over the whole weekend. I'm not sure if I embarrassed myself any other ways. I don't believe I did, other than the fact that I may have fangirled a little bit over Christian Hull, which is he's a comedian. I mean, I wasn't terrible. I wasn't. I was just like, hi, love your stuff. Your videos are great. But I tried not to do that to anybody else once I did it to him, because I felt like an idiot. Yeah, can you guys hear all the lorikeets? So, because Queensland's stupid and it's hot here, unlike Melbourne, which was freezing, our mulberry trees have already started sprouting fruit everywhere. And so the lorikeets are just insanely fighting over these trees. And so we've just got a ridiculous number of lorikeets in the yard at the moment. Like, for all those people that are just like used to not, you know, if you've got cats, you won't have birds in your yard. Really? Really? Because the answer to that is just have a listen. Hey Joss, how you going? Don't worry about being late. It's unseasonably cold down here. So yeah, it was really quite cold down there. I mean, it wasn't totally terrible. It wasn't as cold as Bendigo by any stretch, but I had to wear different clothes. Like at Bendigo, I can just get away with jeans and runners all the time, whereas I couldn't really get away with that down there. I suppose I could have, now that I know. At least it's not crows, plovers, or noisy miners. Look, I do get crows and I do get noisy miners, but generally speaking, we're just terrorized by lorikeets. My old cat Jazzy, who is apparently so old and decrepit that she can't get up on the bench to get her own food, because we have to feed the cats on the bench so the dogs eat their food. And you got to lift her up. But apparently she can get on the roof of the house, no problems. Like, but she can't get in the bench. But she'll lay on the roof because it's nice and warm up there. And the crows just come and like yell at her like, "Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet?" And she just walks off and they follow after her. Bin chickens. Oh my gosh. I love, like, I don't know if there's a terrible YouTube video out about bin chickens. That's ibises. And I think, what's it called? The Aussie Ibis song or something like that. It's full of swearing. It's full of swearing. But gosh, it's so funny because ibises are a menace. Bin rats. Bin rats is what they call them. Ibis. You know, the big black birds with the long hooked beak that walk around flogging food off people all the time. Anyway, we don't get them in the yard. Well, I do every now and again, but not very often. But yeah, it's mental. Hey, you know how much I have a bitch and a whinge about our internet and, you know, the connection that we have here. Well, I have to, like, say I had the best customer service from Telstra yesterday. Nothing to do with the internet, mind you. But our home phone has been a nightmare, basically. It's been a nightmare for a really long time. And it's gotten to the stage where if someone rang the home phone, if you could hear them long enough to warn them that the crackle was so loud and so bad that it would actually drop out. It would literally hang up on you. That the connection was so weak and so bad. Anyway, I rang them yesterday and I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to have to ring this number from my mobile because there's no way I'm going to be able to do it from the home phone. Not only was the person who I dealt with, whose name I didn't write down because I'm stupid, but she was phenomenal. But they were out yesterday afternoon. I rang just before I went to pick Abby up from school. So like from 2:30 I was on the phone till about 2:30 to about 10 to 3. Then I left the house at about 3, and by 3:15 I had a phone call saying, "Hey, are you home? Because we're here." And I was just like, "I thought you guys were coming tomorrow." And they're like, "No, we're here now." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to be back for like an hour." By the time I got back, they had already done a pile of work. They were down at the exchange sorting out some crap down there, because turns out there was problems down there as well, separate to my line. And then I just sort of left a message on the mobile number of the dude who'd rung. And he was like, "Yep, we'll be back soon." And the problem was fixed. It was just, I was just like, this had been an ongoing issue. We used to be with TPG. It was an ongoing issue for years with TPG, which is why we'd moved to cable anyway. And then there was, like, it was just a nightmare constantly. And then in the last couple of weeks, something had happened and it was just so much worse. You just couldn't use the home phone. It just was that simple. We've all been using our mobiles instead of the home phone. And so it was crazy, really, is what it boiled down to. So, yeah, I've never had customer service like that from Telstra before. Like, by the time I'd called And then by the time they'd fixed it, I think maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours had passed. So 2:30, 4:30, yeah, about 4:30, 4:45, it was finished. So 2 hours, and it was fixed after years of drama with TPG and years of, you know, us just putting up with it, and then me finally getting the irrits. So yeah, it was awesome. I'm really happy. We'll see how long it lasts for. Yeah. So what have we got here? Kate Tree Town Arts has made it in. And you guys, I haven't even given anything away yet, because I'll tell you why. Because Kim is forcing me to do hour-and-a-half streams. She's told me that if I don't do hour-and-a-half streams, she's going to come to the house and turn the internet on so that you can all see the rest of the mess. It's my house. So I figure I don't want her to do that, because that would just be shameful. And so I'm just going to do an hour-and-a-half. So yeah. But in about 5 minutes, I'm going to give away the first of our prizes, which is some bamboo 40-inch circulars from Chowgoo, and also some cerise blinglets, which is the exact same color that I'm making here. And so these are small, these are identical. Look, I'm making just more of these, and so someone will win this. And then a bit later on, I have a skein of the beautiful triangulum, which is 50% superwash and 50% tencel. So what I need for you guys to all do is make sure you've clicked the like button, and if you want, you can actually share out that this stream is running. So that's cool. Nerdy Stitcher says, I love your live videos. It's always hard when you're going through a reseller provider because everyone wants to blame the other party. Absolutely. Brian says, so what's wrong with that? I'm not quite sure what's wrong with what. That's okay. Nerdy Stitcher says, I'm so crafty and friendly. Oh, thank you, Nerdy Stitcher. And Lane's like, yay, longer yet. Kim says, I don't recall saying that, but I was going to do that. But it sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I completely made that up. I'm just blaming Kim for funsies. But Kim is the driving force behind the longer chat. She does mention it quite regularly without threatening to do evil. But it sounded better, didn't it? Right? What do you call that when you can... Creative license. Creative license. I just took some creative license, Kim. Or is it just an outright lie? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, extra time. Oh, okay, Brian says nothing wrong with the extra time. Yeah, no, that's cool. So I'm trying to catch up a little bit, because I did get a little bit behind, and then because I got home and I was in a bit of pain, I sort of didn't get as much done as I had hoped. So I'm catching up. So we've also got this in 2 days. I will be putting up on the website, and I'll probably do it on Instagram and Facebook as well, because you know, that's just what I do. I will have the colours for the Fiberific birthday yarns up on... There's only going to be 2 colours to choose from in the 150 gram skeins of BFL and silk. There's about 600 meters. They're basically perfect as 4-ply shawls, because it's just that little bit of extra length. So birthday yarn is coming. So that will be all the excitement. Then I'm also going to be putting up... You bought the... Oh, Nerdy Stitcher got the Chowgoo Mega Set. Oh, wow. Have you taken the photos? No, I haven't. When am I supposed to have taken the photos at Game of Widows? But in saying that, the white seamless arrived while I was away. So I've got some fresh white seamless to work with. So that will be good. Yeah, so we're getting there. Oh, get on there, you little booger. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so I've got some fresh white seamless to do that with. A couple of things is... I waffled for several days and got it for $100 USD. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. That's an amazing price. That's really good wherever you got that from. You got a deal and a half right there. So the what was I going to say? The Abby and Tim are off skiing for a week, so I'm going to be doing lots of stuff. I've also promised Abby to give her room a bit of a revamp. So, excuse me. So I'll be revamping Abby's bedroom, also taking photos because they're not here. I can just leave stuff lying around. So Lol, if you need more big boogers for your blinglets, my boys are great at mining them. Oh, I can't believe I just read that out. Oh my lord, that's terrible. We call it digging for a winner. Did you dig for a winner? Anyway, we're not going to go. That's just a gross conversation right there. No, I'm not coming out to lunch today, I'm afraid. I got too much to do. I'm trying to catch up, and I've got orders to pack and things, so sorry. Yeah, so has everyone liked the stream so far? I can't see. So how many likes are on there? Because I can't see. So we've got 16 people watching. I don't know how many people have liked it. So you better have liked it, girl. And then I'll give away a prize. Digging for a gold nugget. We've all got our own little ways to describe it, haven't we? Have you picked a winner? 15 likes. That's brilliant. All right, so what I'm going to do... 0 dislikes. Oh, that's a bonus as well, not having any dislikes. All right, today's winner for the prizes of the 40-inch circular and the small stitch markers is going to be... is going to be someone who tells me my brain just completely died. So everyone's liked it. Now 14 likes. What the juice? Someone has gone in to click like again and they accidentally unliked it. That's the only way I can work that out. How do you find like? Brian, are you on a phone or are you on a other device? Because the like is just a little thumbs up thing, or the thumbs down thing is for dislike. So do the thumbs up, you know, that's it. So, and Sue's liked and shared. Ha, that was me. Joss did it. It was Joss, everybody. Blame Joss. Okay, to go in for a chance to win these, Nerdy Stitch is using a laptop. Okay. To go in for a chance to win this first prize, you need to let me know, if you went to Melbourne, what would be the thing you would want to see the most. So those of you not in Australia, Melbourne is a really, really pretty, I don't know how to describe it. Oh, Brian found it. Yay, Brian. Yeah, how to describe it. So if you went to Melbourne, what would be something you would want to see? Nerdy Stitcher says koalas. There's definitely koalas down there somewhere. So I'm just going to keep going with this task. Samantha's my daughter. Of course, I forgot your girl lived down there. The zoo for Brian. They are nerdy. Do they still have the fire show things at the casino? I don't know, but when I walked past the casino, they had these big fire fountain things that would just randomly go, scare the absolute life out of you if you didn't know they were going to happen. That happened to me a couple of times. I'd walk past and be like, my mum saw a koala claw the heck out of a woman. Yeah, with that, they will do that if you try and touch them in the wild, for sure. Bendigo Woolen Mills is a good few hours from Melbourne. It's what is that, like 3 hours on the train? The koalas are at Healesville. It's an awesome place. Yes, it is. Healesville's gorgeous. There'd be koalas at the zoo as well. And then down there you'd have, you'd also have people watching to make sure you didn't get clawed and bleeding, because like that's always a bonus. It was a tame koala. Oh my god. Wow, it must have just, I can't even tell you why it would have done that. But koalas got massive claws. And you know, they will take you out, because they're really like, they're slow and you know, stuff, but they can fight for sure. Does Melbourne have funnel web spiders? I honestly couldn't answer. I would assume yes, but I don't know. So someone from Melbourne, no funnel webs. Okay, there you go. No funnel webs. Is it too cold? Because there's funnel webs in Canberra. I've definitely seen those. Like a friend of mine had them in his backyard. So that's good. We don't have much in the way of funnel webs in Queensland either. There's a lot more in Sydney, isn't there? Hot jam donuts at the Dandenong Market. Oh my god. We have pretty redbacks. Who describes a redback as pretty? Oh my lord, redbacks are terrifying. And like spiders, I don't like spiders. Spiders are bad. Can we stop talking about spiders, please? My skin is now crawling. Stop it. Stop it. No more. No. Stop putting spiders in the chat. Oh no. God. Anyone who talks about spiders doesn't get a chance to win a prize. That's it. No, stop it, Marion. Oh no. The koala keepers at the zoo had ripped shirts because that's how koalas roll. Yeah, koalas are, yep. Yeah, kangaroos. Kangaroos are awesome. Unless, again, you get one on a bad day and they'll just kick the crap out of you. Redbacks are not... Stop! Oh, my lord. Oi, Andrea! Oh, that's... Oh, no. You guys are evil. Stop it with the... It's one of those things, if you say you don't want to see something, everyone finds it to share it, don't they? Hi, Elaine. We're just talking about how much I hate spiders, and then everyone's putting evil spiders in the chat because they know I don't like them. We're literally about to give away our first prize, Elaine, and it's going to be some knitting needles and stitch markers, like the stitch markers I'm currently making, and we're just saying what we'd like to see if we went to Melbourne, because I've just come back from Melbourne. Platypus are venomous. They totally are, but like good luck getting close enough to one to get hurt by it, because platypus are also extremely terrified of everything. Well, not terrified, but they do hide away, and it's very difficult to find one in the wild. Wombats are gorgeous, heavy as a lump of lead. Everything in Australia is trying to kill us. That's exactly right, Nerdy Stitcher. You've got to be tough to visit Australia because all the plants and spiders and animals are pretty well venomous. The one they brought out was called Strudel. Oh. Oh no, that's terrible, Game of Widows. Okay, so I'm going to choose one of the people who told me that what they wanted to see in Melbourne, not spiders and not running over wombats. So hang on a second, I'm going to go through. I'd road trip to Bendigo, never really stayed in the city. I'd like to explore the city. Yeah, I would totally like to explore the city. So did you run away or did the wombat run away, Andrea? That's terrible. So yeah, so you guys need to put in what you want to see in Melbourne. So I'm just trying to scroll through without reading all the spiders comments, and find out what you guys want to see in Melbourne. Gosh, I love budgies. Are they from Australia? Budgies are in Australia. I don't know if this is where they're natively from. I don't know much about budgies. Oh, there you go. Budgies are native. The little arcades. Do you know what? There's a Hague shop. Because I love Hague's chocolates. Oh my god. There's a Hague shop in one of the little arcades. And all the staff, like, it's all oldie worldy. All the staff wear, like, aprons and stuff. It's really cool. Like, aprons and stuff. You got to see it to understand what I'm talking about. But, yeah, totally need to go in there. Okay. Let me have a look. Oh, okay. No damage to the wombat, more damage to your car. I understand that. My mum hit a cow or a calf with her car, totaled the car forked off, like, yeah, whatever. Get out of my way. All right, so the winner of the knitting needles is going to be Marie Bell. Marie Bell. If you can message me through YouTube, I'm just going to write your name down here so you got that. Mareebelle. So yeah, so if you message Fibrific through YouTube, you can click on my little icon and send a message that way. It might be a bit tricky to work out how to do, but that way I make sure I give it to the right person and no one randomly emails me going, hey, I'm Marie. Can you send it to me? If you hit a moose with your car, you would die. Okay. I hate spiders as well, and one year my grandmother gave me a pendant with a real spider inside. I couldn't even hold it. Oh my god. Your grandmother is evil. Well, she's not evil. Well, she might be evil, but that's an evil gift for someone who doesn't like spiders. Was she like trying to get you to not be afraid anymore? Oh yeah, Kim. Yeah. I lived in a flat that I swear there were more spiders living in there than, say, ants. It was ridiculous. I actually got bitten twice on the hands by spiders when my hands were under my pillow, because I sleep with my hands under my pillows. I know it's weird, but that's what I do. And so I've been bitten here, and I've been bitten in here, just by little huntsmans or something. Nothing toxic, but geez, it hurt. It woke me up. Marie wanted to see, hang on a second, I'll scroll up. Where is it? Marie wanted to see. I had to get past all the spider talk. Ugh, horrible. Where is it? I've lost it. Where is it? I saw it. I can't find it now. The Victoria markets is what Marie wanted to see. Yes, spiders in the bed. And one time I woke up because I could hear this sort of like tapping noise, this sort of rattling tapping noise. And I had these horrible, you know, those dodgy, cheap, I was living in a granny flat and it was a dodgy, cheap, that wood paneling that's like really thin. Anyway, I could hear a noise like tapping on that. I look up and there is a spider on the wall above my head and it's like just walking down. Anyway, I screamed and the people upstairs came running down to see what was wrong, and it was a spider. But yeah, spiders bad. Spiders can stay outside. If they come in my house, they've just signed their own death sentence, I'm afraid. I leave them alone if they're out in the yard, if they're in the gardens or something like that. But if they come in my house, they are totally dead. They will drown. They will totally drown in the spider spray. Yes, he's exactly right. That's exactly right, Andrea. All spiders are bad, because they leave chunks. What's today? There's no. I don't have my craft on tonight, I don't think. There's no caffeinated crafters tonight, is there? It's next week, isn't it? Yeah, cricket. I don't like anything that jumps at me like grasshoppers or crickets or anything that sort of can move so quickly that I can't see it properly. I found it later and then put it outside. Yeah, like with crickets and stuff like that, I could probably, you know, what I would do is something random like chuck a sheet over it, let it attach to the sheet, and then just leave the sheet in the yard for a week hoping it gets off. That's what I'd do. So yeah, but like spiders, if they're in the house, they just die. It's that simple. I'm sorry, spiders. That's why they don't come out and visit me. I also get when I get the house fumigated, I get extra stuff sprayed around so they don't come in too. I get it sprayed around the outside of the house as well as the inside because I don't like them that much. Yeah, no, things on your neck. Ew. Let's see if I can just... Alright, I'm going to try and move this again. Everyone, ready for me to drop this? Because that's what happens. There we go. I've nearly done this whole packet. I think there's like 100 of these ones. I've got another colour I can do, so I'll pick another colour. Yeah, had a Christmas beetle land on my neck and sit underneath my ponytail once. I hate it when there's bugs in your hair because you just can't get them out fast enough. They get tangled. Christmas beetles are evil too. I tried to catch a jumping spider but didn't want to be caught, so I said F it and left it alone. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't care if they're venomous or not. I still don't like spiders. There's a glass spider in the basement. I was like, meh. Nothing. Yeah, nothing with random movements. Yeah, see, I do that too, Samantha, to see if they're smart enough to realise that they're signing a death warrant, their own death warrants, if they walk in my house. We had some problems here when we first moved in, that whenever we opened the glass sliding door out the front, a spider walked in, so I just didn't open the door for like a month. Oh, no, I don't want to hear... Why are we talking about spiders again? I don't want to. Okay, so... How is everybody going with their socks? Because, like, everyone that's doing the socks, that is, we've got... This week is going to be the last video, so we're going to be doing our toe decreasing stitches, how to change over to, like, how to do our... what do you call it? grafting or Kitchener stitch. Then we're going to turn them inside out and work on weaving the ends and trimming all the ends off of all our colours, giving them a little washy McWashy pants, and how we care for them. And then that one will be done. And then I wanted you to see today so you can check my heels okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not, yeah, I really can't get out today. No, I have. Oh, hang on. Is Arachnophobia that movie where all the spiders are really big and they chase the people? Because if so, I saw it for a few minutes and then walked out. Because there was a spider movie that my husband, well then boyfriend, took me to see. He thought it was funny to take me to see Arachnophobia. He thought I'd just laugh or something. Nope. I noped it right out of there. And so, yeah, so no, nopity nope. 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 I don't do spiders. Chamber of Secrets. I see, look, Chamber of Secrets. That was different because I knew they were all CGI and they were all scared of them and it was different. So I especially like it when in that Harry Potter movie, the second one, is it? Or the third one? Where they have to deal with the boggart in the cupboard. And then he visualizes the spider in roller skates and the spider can't move. I like that one. That one's good. I held a tarantula to cure my arachnophobia. How did that go? Because it wouldn't work for me. I just like code brown it right there and then. Eight-legged freaks. I'm using, oh, Brian is using his new gold blinglets for socks. How are they going, Brian? Are you enjoying them? I'm a bit of a blinglet addict personally. Follow the spiders. Why can't they follow them? Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban. Thanks, Game Weirdos. There we go. So, oh, I'll have to go and have a look when I get a chance, Brian, and I shall like it and have a look. So yeah, so I actually, while I was away, I knitted a cowl to match my Molly hat. So it's in the same yarn, but it's a Stephen West free pattern. And I can't remember the name of it, which I'll find and link up somewhere. And that was actually a really nice, quick and easy knit because I wanted something I could do on the plane at dumb o'clock in the morning. So I didn't want to be too tricky. So that was a good one for that. And then I finished that off on the Thursday night. I was finished that. And then Friday I cast on these ones called River Mitts. And they look really, really cool. So I'm doing those in sunflower sock. I'm using some of I can't remember the color name. I think it's the Banner 2017, and also some fog. And I am knitting those up. So I'm doing it in the two colors. So if you go and have a little look for River Mitts. I can't remember the name of the designer because I can't, and they're too far away for me to grab them without, you know, you guys having to see how much I'm limping, which I will not be doing. I have not as yet found a crochet pattern for a cowl. I've got a dyeing video to come up, a couple of unboxing videos to do, so we'll have a little break from knitting. And then I've got another knitting cowl, yeah, so I've got the brioche cowl to come as well, so I've got to do some dyeing for that. So I'm thinking of dyeing up some lovely 8-ply and doing like a rainbowy colour, like a semi-solid, if you guys have seen my other yarns, it's like the think of the style that I do with, say, the my repeatable colors like Tahiti and stuff like that, but I'm thinking of doing a lot more with like brighter colors, like some bright pinks and blues and greens and yellows, making it a little bit like rainbowish, not really rainbowish. So it just more I don't know, like multicolored sort of, but not yeah, sort of speckled but not anyway. I'm going to do a multicolored, semi-solid variegated, and then along with a semi-solid in another color, and I'll have a few of the semi-solid colors so you can choose, and we'll get some kits ready for those just in the 8-ply to make the bevel, B-E-B-E-L, I think it is, scarf, which I will turn into a cowl because I don't wear scarves ever. Oh, that's a manky one. Is it 2 manky ones or just one? Just one. Bin. Yeah, sometimes when I get these jump rings, sometimes they come like that, so you can't use them. So yeah, it's so we've got some cool stuff coming up, but I still haven't found any crochet yet, so I've got to send out some more emails and stuff like that and go from there, because I think we've been doing knitting for a few weeks and we need to balance it out a little bit. I'm going to be doing a dyeing video, the brioche video, which I think will probably just be 1 or 2 videos for the brioche, and then we'll do it in the my brain is hurting. We'll do it in these live feeds as well, just to keep it going. Kate Tree Townut says, I was going to ask why you don't wear scarves, but then I realised that I don't wear scarves either. Cows are much better. Yeah, I prefer a cowl because I'm in Brisbane, and so I don't often need something really super long or warm, and B, I do tend to get things caught, and so it's nice to not get things tangled and caught. And also I'm a bit lame and I get bored, so I like to do little projects for learning how to do things. Tamantha is asked, she said she hasn't tried it yet, but is it hard? I'm going to be really brutally honest, Tamantha. I have no idea. This is I'm going to learn at the same time as you guys. So I've got the basic knowledge that I had to have, and it doesn't feel like, from what I've learnt and what I've seen, it's not difficult as such, but it is, it's got some extra steps, and you have to make sure you're doing the steps in the right order. So that's the general feeling with it, but I'm really looking forward to doing it. It's going to be like we're all learning it together kind of thing. So I'll only be like barely 1 step ahead of you guys, if that. Like basically I'll do it for the video and then you watch the video. That's how far ahead I'll be. So that'll be fun, I think. So because I'm not really good at everything, and I think it's important for everyone to know and understand that I'm not infallible and I don't know everything. And so, but I do like to learn as much as I can. And so you guys are going to get to see how I learn stuff. So yeah, so the brioche should be fun. But yeah, we're totally hunting for a cowl to do for crochet as well. So the trick is finding a designer who, A, I like the pattern because I'm fussy, and then B, who'll let us do step-by-step videos online. So that's the biggest trick is there's some that'll be like, yeah, you can use it for a cowl, but then when they find out I want to do it as a step-by-step tutorial, they kind of nope out of it. Watching you make your blinglets reminds me I need more stitch markers. You do it so quickly. I have a lot of practice, and I'll be honest, this is just the first step. I have to go back in, which I won't do on camera because I have to wear my big breather mask to use the cement, because then what I do, I don't know if you can see here, but see the little join? Hang on. Go pointers. Oh look, I've got a really fine crochet hook. Let's use that. Oh, okay. So, can you see that little join there? I don't know if you can. It's pretty tiny because I do try to make them as close as possible. But there's a join there, and it does get a little bit rough. So what I use a jeweler's cement, and I move the bead around and put it over the top of that join and then glue it down. And that bit is that bit's a bit more time consuming. And I'm getting better at it, and it's one of those things, but yeah, I'm really fussy about stitch markers, and I don't like it when they snag your yarn. And so that's basically the whole motive behind how these blinglets are made, is because I don't like, I want to spend my time knitting, not trying to get markers out of my projects. So Nerdy Stitcher is posting cute pictures of animals. Yeah, so we'll get our brioche started sort of it'll probably be a month or two at least. Well, yeah, probably about a month or two. Then, you know, before we start the brioche. So we'll get our socks finished. We'll look at some other bits and pieces, and then we'll go forward from there. It's better now you don't end up off with the fairies. Oh, it's totally better. Like, mind you, I do need to buy new respirator pads because the ants attacked them and moved into one of them, and I don't know what the deal was with that. So I'm going to replace that one. But yeah, so it's a lot better because I could only sort of really do sort of 40 stitch markers, and then I'd have to move out of like the room even that I was doing it in, because the smell of the jeweler's cement that I use is really quite it's stenchy, and you end up off at the fairies. So yeah, we don't want to do that. And then then they have to be left to cure for about 48 hours before we can use it. Oh, hang on, we've got a death to ants, totally. Yeah, I actually have to be really careful with ants in the house because Abby's allergic to ants. She gets hives if she gets too many bites. So that's another reason why we get hardcore pest control around here, is mostly because of Abby. I got bit by fire ants. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. Oh, thank you, Brian. I'm glad you like the blinglets. Yeah, no, I do try to make it so that you don't end up having to worry about the joins. And even, like, if that worst case scenario thing happens and it comes undone, which, God, you know, I really hope it doesn't. But if it does, then it should still not catch, if that makes any sense. Yay to a crochet, Cal. Totally yay to a crochet, Cal. Yeah, so we'll do that one. We'll try and do, I'm trying to find something for our Cal that we can have a few weeks of videos on so we can learn some cool new things and go from there. So, like, that's part of it, isn't it? Is not just, you know, sitting down by ourselves doing it, but also having some cool new skills and stuff that we learn to get it done. So, yeah. The mini blinglets are great. Yeah, I really like them. So, here we go. Where am I up to? I get ants in the kitchen. Yeah, we do get ants in the kitchen sometimes, and at the moment they're really quite bad. I'm having to deal with them all the time. Do you know what ants really don't like it when you put flour, just basic everyday flour, across their little path? They get lost. They can't find their little sense through it, and so you can break their chain just by putting little bits of flour around, and it's not toxic for your pets, it's not toxic for your kids, it's not toxic for you. You don't have to worry if your food lands in it. You just dust it off and eat it anyway. But yeah, they don't like it when you put flour around. We're nearly done this packet. Gotta go. Can't wait to catch up to Caffeinated Crafters. Lots to chat about. Yeah, tons. Anyway, I'll see you next week. I haven't tried your blinglets yet. Someday. Yes, you will, Nerdy Stitcher. One day we'll have to get some out to you. It's great to know about the ants and the flour. Yeah, it's frustrating trying to find something that won't, you know, kill us as well as the ants to get rid of them. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm sitting here thinking about 4 things at once. Like, oh, I've nearly finished this color of the blinglets. What color should I move on to next? And then I'm like, I've got to give away some cool yarn. They eat the rubber stuff under the keys. They totally do. Vinegar also works. Yes, it does. I get these weird ants that behave more like cockroaches. They only come out when it's dark and scatter when you turn on the light. You sure they're not cockroaches? Because that is really weird. I thought ants all slept at night. That's, yeah. What is it with this week? We have gone definitely down the bug hole, haven't we? We've talked spiders, we've talked ants, we've talked icky things. Someone was even talking about snakes, which I totally avoided. But yeah, oh, there we go. They're all done. So now I have to get them in their bag. Oh, I also got a resupply in the 1, 2, 3, 4 stitch markers. So I've made up more of those yesterday. So I've got lots more of those if everyone wants extras of those. Hang on, just let me get this in. So we've got a whole pile of the cerise ones ready to glue. Glue and cure. It's summer here, freaking bugs. Yeah, we're coming into, we've got some warm weather. Like, we are technically, what are we now, guys? We're spring here? Is it spring? I don't even know. But we've been having 30-degree days in spring, so that's horrible. That's not boding well for summer. I'm tossing up which colour to do next. What do you reckon? We've got this sort of purpley, that's a reddy brown that I put with some gold. They're like the ones that Brian just got. These ones go with these beads. And then what have I been putting with those purple ones? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, it's no, but it's a medium, small silver. Well, then I've got like some. Oh, maybe that's a, no. Oh no, I tell a lie. The gold goes with these ones that are a bit more browny. Come on, focusing. Don't try and look at my face. There we go. So the gold goes with those ones. And then those ones get this colour. There we go. They get like, it's like a, stop trying to focus on my face. There we go. They get like a, it's like a brown, but it's got like a really nice colour over it. Oh, hang on a second. Oh my God, I've been wearing an apron like we discussed. Oh, have you? There you go. Everyday new sock kits yet? Not yet, not yet. I'm just, that's what I'm making extra stitch markers for now, is because I am getting ready, because I've got to, I add stitch markers into the sock kits as well. Mulberry. What's mulberry? Dropping the bits everywhere. Pretty well. Oh, I see what's going on. You guys are catching up to where I was looking at all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put with those purple ones. I don't know what I've done in the past. See, but then I've also got this brighter purple. It's definitely like a purpley colour. I know it looks very blue there. But it's definitely like a... No, it's still coming up as blue. Those jump rings look a deep red. These ones are a deep red. These ones are deep red. They're a really nice red. I like that one. Now I've got some nice green ones. I've got the black ones that I do the what do I call it? Obsidian onto, which I don't have any more small of those. We could do red ones. Let's do red ones. There we go. We'll do red. Red. What did I do with the bag of red? Oh, there it is. There it is. It's all good, everybody. Nothing to see here. I have a purple with a light blue head. Yes, you do. You're wearing a red dress. Very good. You're out of multicolours. Yeah, I'm out of multicolours entirely. I've only got a few stitch markers at the moment. That's why I'm making some. I'm trying to catch up. You lost one of your rubber stitch markers. Oh, they're those soft rubber round ones. I like those. They're cool. Red small is what I want to do. So, oh, there they go. Blip. Sorry, sound effects for everything, you guys. Andrew, I'm confused. How many favourite colours have you actually got? Because it feels to me you have quite a few favourite colours. Just saying. The black ones are your favourites. Yeah, me too. I really like the black ones. And because I don't often knit with black, they really stand out a lot, which I think is the important job of a stitch marker. So, you know, if you're doing something in like a light blue, you don't want light blue stitch markers. You want something that stands out. And I think, you know, the gold ones that you've got there, Brian, I use those a lot because I don't do a lot in those kinds of colours. So they really do stand out really well. I've just realised I don't have a little bag ready for these. Bear with. Maybe if you make it to lunch next fortnight, I can pick up a sock kit and the prize then. That sounds like a plan, Marie. Totally. So do you like the little red ones? All done? It looks a bit orange on that camera, doesn't it? Yuck. Don't. Red. Stop focusing on my face. Focus on my fingers. Anyway, red. Yes, I like the saturated colours too. Probably no catch up next fortnight because of the school holidays. Ah, of course. We can sort something out. We'll get it all. I'll sort it out and we can get it out to you with your rainbow kit and all of it all together. So yes, Christmas. I do a red and green. So this red and that dark green, and I do them as a 50, like, you know, 5 of each colour plus a gold one or a silver one, like a Christmas star. And I make a pack up for Christmas, which I should start working on those soon, shouldn't I? Do these work for sock knitting? They totally work for sock knitting, which is why I put them in the kits for the sock kit. So everyone who buys one of the rainbow sock kits gets, I think, 2 of these, a packet of the 1, 2, 3, 4 stitch markers, and all the yarn that they need for their kit. Do a holiday theme. Oh, that's actually a really clever idea. I don't know what to make. See, I think Halloween's becoming more popular in Australia. It's huge in the US. And I think it's slowly getting more popular in Australia, but it's not as big. I'm working on my stitch marker advent calendar whilst watching. Look, I was looking at doing a yarn minis advent calendar, but I just thought, you know what? I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to. Would that be something people would be interested in if I did some minis up in lots of different beautiful colours and we did like a little advent calendar in like little yarn minis? And then maybe did like an optional add-in for like a 50-gram skein of a contrast colour. But anyway, let me know what you think. I really like the idea. It'll be a bit of work, but I think it would also be a bit of fun. But then are you not all over minis because of all the, you know, because of the socks? Are you not over minis yet? So they'd be different minis. I'd probably pop in a couple just so that you've got some nice semi-solid. The dark blue blinglets in the sock kit is also good. Yeah, it is. I don't know if I've got any more blue rings. I've got more blue beads, but as long as you didn't expect us to wait each day to open them. I totally expect you to wait each day to open them. Oh my God. That's the point of an advent calendar. Holy cow, Kim. I've also been looking at, I actually think I might have a plan for doing our crochet cal that doesn't involve another designer. I think I've got a design just about ready that we can do. I don't design very often and normally out of necessity, but I think I'm just about there. I want a Smiggle advent calendar, but then I would have to share it with the kids. Why? It's your Smiggle advent calendar. Get them like a one from Big W, like one of those chocolate ones. I have to share my Lego advent calendar with my kid. I totally don't. I keep it all for myself because she's not interested anymore. She's like, whatevs, Mum? Because she's so old. So who's saying yes to Advent? You're clever. I'm totally clever. So I'm about to give away a skein of delicious lace weight yarn in delicious silver, which would go with pretty well any bead color. Look at this. It even goes with the red beads. Oh, wow. That really looks nice with those red beads. Hang on. You guys can't see as well as me. Hang on. Let's see if I can put it there and bring it up to the camera. Nope, that's a rubbish one. Oh, I've just dropped beads everywhere. Can you see the beads on that silver? Anyway, it looks gorgeous. Beer advent calendars are your favourite. Look, beer, get away, ant. See, look at that, an ant on camera. Is there a Lego one? Yes, there is. There's normally a couple of different Lego ones. You can make an advent calendar that has enough yarn each day to make a square or a triangle, which you can join together at the end to make bunting. That's totally a clever idea, Kim. Beer advents are good. Isn't that just a carton of beer though? Like, honestly. What's the yarn comprised? Oh, the yarn for our prize is merino and tencel. It's 50-50 and it has got 800 meters and it's shiny. Can you see this? I mean, that light's a bit bright, so anything would shine, but it really does shine. Yes, so anyone who wants to win this skein of triangulum needs to tell me what weight yarn they think a Christmas advent yarn thing would be best in. Whether you think it would be best in lace weight or 4-ply or what have you. So you have to tell me what weight of yarn you think a Christmas Viberific Christmas Advent calendar would be. I need more yarn to make shawls to give away. Me. I love the triangle. None of you are answering the question. So I will just leave this. Just sock, 8-ply, 4-ply. This is like a really cool way for me to like get a good little idea of what people think. Back to the bling litting while you guys fight it out. Fight to the death. Has the chat stopped? Oh no, there we go. Let me think. Kim, have you seen the Christmas bunting that we made, that Abby and I knitted up last year for Christmas? Because we did that with 8-ply, I think. I think that was 8-ply yarn. So we've already got a pattern there that I wrote up for last year with like little presents and things like that. And little I-cord to run it through. Let me see. 4-ply, because you get more yardage. 4-ply, bunting idea, 4-ply. I'll see if I can't find. Hang on a second, you guys. I'm risking it for the biscuit. Are you ready? I'm clicking things. I can't see if you guys are watching anymore. So I'm seeing if I can't add in a link to the Christmas video that Abby and I did. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. That's all right. I can't see your chat right at this moment, so bear with me while I run through and find this particular buntingy thing. Where is it? Christmas last year. Dun, 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 dun. So, because some of you guys haven't seen the old videos, Abby plays a key part in the Christmas, Knit a Cute Christmas Garland, it's called. Come on, let's go here. And we actually used it in our display with Christmas cards on it. Alright, kill that. Go here. Alright, oh, and because it's me, I'm allowed to put links in. There you go. You guys copy that for later on. That's the cute. Oi, who wrote spiders? Oh, hang on a second. Was someone being cheeky? Someone was being cheeky. I'm checking for cheeky people, because cheeky people are cheeky. Oh, it was Kim. Of course it was Kim being cheeky. And oh, you guys are terrible. You clicked the link and lost your live chat. I'm sorry. That's what, yeah, save it for later. I'll see if I can. I'll also put it in the I'll put it in the comments as well so that you guys can find it. So hang on a second. I'm just doing that right now. Link to cute Christmas. Can't type Christmas garland. Garland. It's garland. Control V. So there we go. That'll save that later. Where is my chat? I've lost my chat. There's my chat. This is take 4. Yeah, don't click the link, guys. I'm sorry you run away. It takes you away. Okay. Well, yeah, you can click it, but you just have to be prepared. All right. So I can totally make heaps of little things that, yay, you guys are clever. Oi, stop that, Marion. I saw that. Okay. So the winner of the triangulum, who did not talk about spiders, by the way, I'm throwing that in there now, is going to be, I'm just checking to see who commented about the yarn. And then, where are we? Brian Dowse, you win the lace weight yarn today. I'll write your name on the list. And I've got your address, Brian, because, you know, I do. Actually, I think it's memorized because you said it to me that day, and once I hear something, it sticks in my memory a bit more. So I'll get that out to you, Brian. I hope you like lace weight. I don't know if you work with lace weight, don't you? I believe you do. I heard a little rumor that you're quite good with lace. I was scrolling down. I just pointed out you weren't watching. Yes, you did point that out. I did notice, because I wasn't watching. So, so Brian scored the lace weight. I'm going to work out some bits and pieces to see if I can get a Christmas advent calendar thing idea up and running in time, because you want to have time for these things. You can't do them by the seat of your pants and expect them to work well, like rainbow sock things, which I honestly was not at all prepared for, as you all know. So we'll get that up and running. I'll look at that bead. Won't go on. What's the deal? I've got two. There we go. I thought I had two beads. You have lots of projects you need to show us. Do I? I didn't realize I had. What projects have I got to show you guys? I've got to. I say made more work for me. Look, I don't mind more work. More work is good. More work means we're alive, doesn't it? And that we're doing stuff that we love. I'm totally okay with the more work. And I'm excited about it because it does bring Abby's little video back as well, because she loves that video. And so, yeah, she really got into it. And I think she was even knitting part of it, if I remember correctly. I don't think she knitted all of it, but she definitely knitted part of it. So she was very excited. Oh, Brian has lots of projects. Yes. From what I hear, isn't that his third yarn prize? I don't think it is Brian's. I think it's Brian's first yarn prize. I don't think he's won any. I believe that that Craig's won a few yarn prizes, or a few prizes, but not Brian. I know one indie dyed yarn company has already dyed or made out their advent calendars. Yeah, and that's the thing, because it's you know, middle of September already, and so I'm gonna have to work on it. Yeah. So yeah, I was looking online while I was away on the weekend, and I did notice that there were a few advent calendars that were already sold out. So you know, I can have a play with it, and I can work it out and see if I can get it done in sort of the next few weeks. We'll see. But I've got, like, with Abby and Tim being away, I'm going to be doing some extra bits and pieces here, so I probably won't get it done. My kids made a Christmas video when they were young. It's always hilarious to watch. Kids are so funny. Abby cracks me up. Like, I was scrolling through some old Instagram photos last night, because I just double checking that I wasn't being too cheeky on Instagram, because I do that every now and again. And then it was and I spotted this thing where I took a photo of the toilet roll, because rather than Abby actually replacing the roll, you know, when it gets like to that last sort of sheet, and then the kids always just leave it, and then instead of replacing it, she's actually gotten a marker and written "the end is near" on this toilet roll, and it was just like that's Abby down to a T right there. Yeah, so Brian, if you've got any pics of something that you're particularly proud of or you think we'll like, go and chuck them over in the Fiberific group on Facebook, or I'm not sure if you Instagram, and then hashtag Fiberific on them so we can all find them, but the group might be the easiest. You brushed your kids' teeth. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense, brushing your kids, because I don't tend to brush my kid. Guys, we're going to be like, I know it's hard to believe, but we're nearly had our time limit of the new hour-and-a-half time limit that we do. How do you guys feel about the hour-and-a-half? Do you prefer it? Do you not prefer it? Do you prefer the hour? Because we totally love show and tell. But yeah, it's so I'm gonna test it for a couple of weeks and see if everyone likes it, and you know, stuff like that. I mean, sometimes if I'm sitting here talking to, I mean, I'm not talking to myself right now, but sometimes I might feel like I'm talking to myself. So can we? No, we can't do 2 hours, Kim, you cheeky thing. That's hilarious. No one wants to sit down for 2 hours and listen to me prattle on. Gosh. So yeah, it's yeah, no. No. Oh, come on. I've got this red pack of beads, and I think it's because my hands are a bit shaking, because I possibly should have had some breakfast. Because I've just realised I haven't had anything to eat yet. What time is it? It's near lunchtime. I'll have lunch, maybe. Yeah, I'll have lunch. But yeah, there we go. In she goes. No, my battery is 8%. Oops, did I just drop that back in there? I did. You love the live vids. Everyone says, no, don't make it. Anyway, hour-and-a-half is what we're trialing. We are trialing an hour-and-a-half. You guys are cheeky and naughty. I'm actually going to be looking, like, I know I keep saying it, but I am going to be looking at a secondary time for going live as well. I've got a lot of people who are not in our time zones that just can't quite make it to this one and get it, you know, they miss out. It's, you know, so, oops, get on there. So I want to try and add in a second live chat, maybe not every week, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to have to do it at night, which is the tricky thing here, because through the day, Tim's at work and Abby's at school, but at night, everyone's running around. So, you know, oh, throw that over there. Or they're wanting to watch Netflix, or, you know, something. Unless I do it like really late at night, like, I don't know, Thursday at 11:30. Like at night? I don't think so. Like, do you mean like 11:30 p.m. or do you mean like just continue on right now, Kim, because you're being cheeky pants? I reckon you just mean continue on. But yeah, I've had so much fun today, you guys. I'm still so excited about how VidCon went and everything like that. But just being able to chat to you guys about that, and about getting and bouncing ideas off you for future bits and pieces. Oh, right after this one. Oh, no, that's not going to happen. And then, yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun. So I'm so glad that you all made it in for today's chat, and we've got some prizes to post out, and we're going to have fun, and we've got some cool ideas to bounce around. It's been great. And I've been super productive. This is a bit like one of those productive chats I was talking about, where we sort of just sit there and work. Mind you, I think with the productive chats I was thinking of, I probably would talk a lot less and just have some background music playing, and then just chat every now and again, and have like little 5-minute breaks of chatting and then back to work kind of things. I think that's more the productive chats or production chats I was talking about. Oh man, this is just, I think this red's a bit thicker than the others. But yeah, so I will catch you guys next week. We've got the Tuesday tutorial coming out with the last of our sock. Oh, you put your decrease in the wrong spot. Fail. Well, can you tinker back? Tinker back and fix it. But yeah, so yeah, it does. But you know, it's doable. I had to undo an entire. I went to cast off my cowl and realized I didn't have enough yarn, so I had to undo 90% of a cast off round and then undo the round underneath it. It was lovely meeting you, Marion, and thank you so much for my gifts, Marion and Gamer Widows. Sorry, I just about said Emma, but yeah, Gamer Widows. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I gotta go and get some stuff done and parcels ready and, you know, stuff. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. Keep safe, keep knitting, keep crafting, get your sock homework done so that we can all get a sock cast off together next week. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Get the sock cast off together next week. So you guys, fantastic. Oh, don't pick on me, Kim. Today was a fantastic chat, except for the whole spiders and bugs. I didn't like the spiders and bugs. So I'll see you next week. Bye.